While over the years, we have gotten tidbits about a possible Terraria 2, and even almost got the Terraria Otherworld video game, it seems the first ever Terraria spin-off game to release is here, where Relogic will be teaming up with Paper Fort Games to make a tabletop version of Terraria. And even though this was only announced a few days ago, we luckily already got shown the prototype build of the game, which is exactly what we'll be taking a look at in this video. The first thing we got shown was the box of the game, and a character from it as well. Alongside this announcement, they also gave a small description of the game, which will have you exploring biomes, upgrading your character and base, and it will have a new art style and fighting mechanic. We got all of this news on June 1st, and luckily, we wouldn't have to wait too long until the game was shown off at the UK Games Expo on June 3rd. At this convention, Paper Fort Games set up their own stand with some Terraria props, and most importantly, prototypes of the Terraria board game, allowing us to see what this game will look like. And while I'm not in the UK myself, luckily, people have been posting the pictures online and giving us a bit of information on it. Firstly, it's pretty obvious this will mainly be a card game, and that the game will involve mining, crafting, and fighting of some form. In the prototype, we can see copper tools like the sword, pickaxe, and axe, but we can also see a crafting card that will let you make an iron pickaxe, giving us some idea of how the tool system will work. Speaking of crafting items, we also got a peek at what types of resources you'll get in the game, but I don't exactly know how you will get them as of now. Another thing that was mentioned on June 1st about the game was upgrading your character, which you can see in your player card, which has numbers to track things like your defense, let you put on armor, and finally, keep track of your mana and health. While I don't know everything that goes into upgrading your player, I do know you will be able to do it using action cards, which seem to be things you would normally do in Terraria, like being close to a fire to increase health regeneration. And while all of that stuff is for sure neat to see, it couldn't be a Terraria board game without the NPCs, which luckily do make an appearance as cards. But I again don't know exactly how they work here. Alongside the NPCs, the enemies will also have their own cards, which show you their health, damage, and loot. The final thing we can see on the prototype board is the biomes, which also each have their own cards, and the weather events, like sunny, sandstorm, snowing, and others, can be all seen as small circle pieces. Paper Fort Games has said that when playing the game, it will be 5 biomes wide, totaling 20 cards, and that this version of the board game isn't the finished version. So, things could still change from now and when it releases. This game also will be funded through crowdfunding, but that hasn't started yet, so it's likely we won't see this game until at least 2024, but I'll keep you all informed on what happens with it until then. That wraps up our look into Terraria's board game. If you made it this far into the video, be sure to let me know by commenting Copper Pickaxe, and also let me know what you think of the board game so far. Thanks for sticking to the end. Be sure to like and subscribe for more Terraria videos like this in the future, and as always, make sure to have a wonderful day.